whatever.
I,
Up to
I,
you.
I think no.
You have something
I have
better?
something.
All
Something
right, let's go for it. Let's go for
now.
it.
Now that we watched the movie, the Dragon Ball Superhero Budokai Tenkaichi 3.0.com movie. n- Now I want to bring the question back.
Okay.
Who is the best dad?
Oh, okay, we're going
Because
there.
okay, when we had this conversation, we
Mhm.
had not watched this movie, and the question is who's best dad for Gohan, whether it's Piccolo or Goku,
Okay.
and we got to see more depth for Piccolo in this movie that might have made us change our perspective. So, Krista, please tell me who's the best dad.
I mean, gosh, the best dad. I mean, it's kind of just hard to say. And I only say this because I'm a firm believer that Goku is a good dad. He's just not the best dad. That's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
the way I see it. I mean, you're talking about the world's greatest fighter here, someone who is, supposed to protect the world, who has to train day and night to keep that form and to, train harder and become greater than he already is. And, it's Saiyans, they just have that in their blood to do so. But go. Sorry, I was gonna say Goku, but Piccolo is a lot more responsible when it comes to
He's gonna pay
carrying and
child support, like.
yeah, yeah. Do you remember that one scene from I don't know if you saw it, but that one scene from Super where Goku has a baby Pan in his hand and he's like flying her around like the airplane with one hand, and they're at the top of a roof, like just sitting out there, and he's just going like wee, and Piccolo's face is just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And Goku's just like, he doesn't think twice about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Piccolo is more responsible in that aspect. So I do think that Goku is a good dad. He's just not the best dad. Now, if you came to me and asked, "Hey, Krista, who do you trust more with your future kids?" I don't have kids, but who do you trust more with your kids? Goku or Piccolo? I'm going to go with Piccolo. I'm going to go with him as a better husband to choose. I'd marry Piccolo 100%. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't choose Goku because I know that he, for one, won't be there. He'll only be around. He'll only be around if I got some food, maybe.
Yeah.
Um, and also I would want someone who would be more involved in my kids' lives. And Piccolo is that sort of being who was always there for, Gohan. Not to say that Goku wasn't, but we do know that there's that special bond between Piccolo and Gohan. We did get to see more of that from this movie,
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball Superhero, which was really beautiful. So, man, to say who's the best father figure, it has to be Piccolo, in my opinion. In my opinion. Again, that's not me saying that Goku's an awful dad. I did not say that. I just think that Piccolo has more of an influence in Gohan's life in terms of like teaching and the way he views the world and all that. We've seen it ever since he was a little kid. So I do choose Piccolo over that. But again, Goku is a good dad. He's just not the best dad. That's the way I see it.
You mentioned something. It was kind of like low key. I want to ask you. So, whose Bandom material for you is Piccolo over Goku?
Mm-hmm. Which is
Okay.
interesting because, Namekians don't mate. They have kids like through their mouths. So, there's no female Namekians. And so that would be really awkward for me to just be involved with Piccolo in that way. But yeah, I mean.
You just said there's no female Namekians, and Netflix right now is like,
oh my gosh.
just wait.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We'll get you those. We'll get you some female. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I agree with you. I think that Goku is a dad. He's a dad. He cares.
Yeah.
He's
He
done
sacrificed his life. I mean, yeah, he's a good dad.
He's done some questionable things for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot deny the fact that okay, this movie. Where is he? He's in space training. What is Piccolo doing? He's going to get banned from kindergarten. He's like keeping up with Gohan, like making sure that he's on task. Like
Yeah.
he it's not his job, but
Mm-hmm.
he's making it his job. He has such a fun, deep appreciation for his friends. So
Yeah, in fact, the fact that you brought that up, it got me thinking from Dragon Ball Super Superhero, and this is a little spoiler, so turn this off right now if you don't want to hear the spoiler for this video. But how come Chi-Chi didn't go pick up Pan? How come they didn't involve her? I mean, she's really involved in Pan's life and cares a lot about Pan. Weird, huh?
Holy yeah.
Yeah. They're just
Where
like, hey,
was
Piccolo.
Chi-Chi in all of this?
Yeah.
Huh.
See, again, there's a little characters that they forgot to include, like Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, Oolong. So yeah, really interesting, huh?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Oh well, they forgot about lunch, so
Yeah.
it's a natural thing that occurs.
Might as well at that point.
Yeah.
But so this is, and I think I mentioned this, and I want to reiterate. I think Piccolo was not the best dad for Gohan, but he was the best teacher. I think Goku was kind of like the best dad for Gohan because Goku gave him that fun, caring, in a very uncaring way, like very carelessly giving. And we got to see Goku train with Gohan in the Chamber of Time.
Yeah.
And we got to see that Goku was very, like, he was hard, he was direct, but always had that like caringness to him. You knew that after he was done telling you how bad you sucked, you could go and give him a hug and he will hug you back.
Yeah, true.
So I was able to see Goku's fatherly love.
Yes.
But Piccolo, even though he had, in my opinion, had a lot of love for Gohan, he was more of a teacher. He was more of that paternal figure that Gohan didn't have at the time, but always with that level of respect of like, you're my teacher. I look up to you differently that I look up at my dad. Like, I think if it was me, let's say that Gohan is me. If I was Gohan, I would be able to just say to Goku, to my dad, like, oh, what's up, old man? What you doing?
Yeah.
But I would feel intimidated to say that to Piccolo. Like, even if we're that close, I would still see Piccolo in that light of teacher, and you give that respect to the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I think where I land on that. But seeing this movie, seeing how Piccolo is taking care of Pan, and technically taking care of everyone at this point. Like,
he's cleaning up after everybody. Yeah.
He's just a nanny now.
Pretty much.
Like, I cannot wait for like his own spin-off show, like,
oh gosh,
Raising Kids by Piccolo or something.
Oh gosh, Netflix, don't make this true.
I mean, that's how I land on things. That Goku was the best. Now, my question to you, now diving into that question, from old Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball everything, in your opinion, who is the best dad out of everyone? Overall, who is the best dad?
Oh gosh. For whatever reason, I was going to say Vegeta, but then I thought about like what happened a lot in the older days, and I'm like, ooh. But right now, I think Vegeta's a really good dad. He cares about his family. I do think Vegeta's a good father. And you saw that a lot from Super, where they made him a little softer, which a lot of people don't really like from Super, but a lot of people actually pull it off of the whole, it's worth seeing Vegeta's character development because of where he is now. We got to see a lot in the earlier days of him not really caring about his family so much, or at least not showing it, and even to this point in time, he still won't say, I love you, but he'll show it, So I think I'm going to have to go with Vegeta at this point.
Vegeta.
Vegeta.
I have to agree with that. I have to agree with the fact that Vegeta, I think, is like best dad overall. But there is one other father that I think, if we were able to see 2 episodes of just him interacting with his family, I think we would be like, no contest, no doubt, he would be the best dad. Bardock.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because of the Broly movie, we got to see him just like
Yep.
so caring, nurturing to his wife. Like he was bringing the bread to the house, and like he was just so loving, but also that warrior. You know, he was Bardock. He was that person. So I think
Yeah.
Bardock is like the best. Is this if you combine the responsibility of Piccolo with the caringness of Goku and the flair and charisma of Vegeta, like all in one. So if I feel like, I don't know, Goku and Goku, yeah, and his family, Goku, Goten, Gohan, and Chi-Chi, they enter a wormhole or something to a different dimension where they get to meet Bardock. I think like you would be able to see how good of a father and
Yes.
grandfather he would be.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Actually, I have one question I want to ask you before we end here, and that is, who do you think is best babysitter, Piccolo or Lord Beerus?
Damn, you're right.
Because Lord Beerus is just like laying around and they're like, here, just like watch my kid. Bye.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll give you one more. There's one other babysitter.
Oh, who?
Kaio-sama.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
Because remember,
Honestly,
at some point, everyone was dying left and right.
yeah.
And he was the one, like, training them and feeding them.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Honestly, like even with the question of Beerus, I was just gonna say Piccolo because Piccolo is just there on the front lines, just doing everything. So at the end of the day, it still comes down to Piccolo.
It's Piccolo, like
It's
hands
Piccolo.
down Piccolo. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
the best at this point. But yeah, it was. I like this. I remember why I like this doing this type of video so much. They're just like
Puts you in a good mood.
Yeah, get you in a mood. All right, guys. Let me ask you then. Who's the best dad in all Dragon Ball? Do you think Goku is best dad, or Piccolo is best dad, or Mr. Satan is best dad? Because I mean, he did provide for Videl,
Videl.
Videl.
Yeah, Videl. And Majin Buu. You remember when he was like so scared of him? He was just like doing everything he was saying in Z.
Yeah, and now it's
Majin
like
Buu was- now I just I gotta watch Z again. I always love watching it. It's so good.
another father figure that we didn't even talk about, Master Roshi. But you know,
Oh,
like,
oh my gosh. I don't know about that. He's very his hospitality, especially towards attractive looking women, but you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see
Thank
you later.
guys. Bye.
Bye.